What's happening YouTube? No Problem Gaming. I'm going to start today's video off by saying thank you to everyone that has subscribed. It's completely just taken off. I've hit over 100 subscribers and I'm still in a bit of disbelief over it all, to be honest. But yeah, I want to say thank you, and I'm pleased with all the support. To get into the video, we're going to be going over some settings today, just my personal style. So the first one is interact prompt style, which I have set to compact, because what this does is it gives less details about the drops on the floor, so like the ammo, the guns, the attachments and stuff like that. It just gives you less information, which takes up less room on the screen, you know, like for distractions and stuff, so you can still see what's going on around you, things like that. Moving on to the next one, we have the damage numbers. I have that one set to floating because on, I think, the default stacking, what that does is it adds up the damage over time, whereas floating gives you each single individual hit's damage. So for me it's just personal, because originally I was thinking I was getting 20 hit, then a 40 hit, then a 60 hit, but in fact it was just 20, 20, 20. So this way I know exactly how much damage I'm doing with each hit that I get on the enemy, which is just a better way for me to add up how much damage I've done, what I'm doing to the opponent. My sensitivity, I have it set to 6 super high, which actually yeah, I'm going to up that. I'm quite used to it now. I think I'll up both of them. I have it at ultra high now, because what I do when I run in a room, like as soon as I drop, I like to be able to sort of like sweep the room, pick as much things up as I can. Obviously if there's enemies around you and they drop at the same time, you want to be able to get there first to pick up the weapons. So having it high means you can open the door, sweep the room, pick everything up, and then if you have the gun first, you can turn and shoot the enemy if they're close by or whatever. Obviously you're aiming down sight, you want that lower, because the slower it is, the more accuracy you have. So obviously I don't want it too low, but I think 5 is just low enough to still be able to switch between targets and move around and stuff, but also still have the accuracy there. Now the response curve, I haven't really done much with this setting, so I think I'm going to have a little bit of a play around with that to see what each one's like, and find which one works best for me. But for now it's just classic, because that's just the default setting. So yeah, I'll probably get back to you with that one and see which one's like ideal really for different play styles and stuff like that. Now the look dead zone is quite handy if you've got a broken controller. So like if you were to place your controller on the desk and the analogs would like move in the game, if you know what I mean. So if you were slightly aiming was like moving if you weren't touching it, you change it to large, which will take out the movement in that analog stick. So then that way it shouldn't move at all unless your controller is quite bad. Same with the movement dead zone. Obviously for the other analog stick, you can change that to large, and that will take out any like automatic movement from the controller. Now vibration, I have that turned off for every game I play. That's just personal preference for me, because it's not so much as it's sort of like a distraction type of thing, because I don't like when I'm shooting my gun every time it gives me feedback, which doesn't really put me off. It's just, I don't know, it's just for me, I'd rather have it turned off, to be honest. So the next one we have is the field of view. I have that set to the maximum of 110. The default's about 90, maybe it's 80, I'm not too sure. But in the clip I'm going to show you what a difference it does make, because this definitely you need to change it straight away. Regardless of any other setting, I'd change this one straight away. So setting it to 70. Actually no, this is what you can see at 70. Now changing it to 110, which is max, look at the difference on the screen. I can see the banners and the monster thing either side. It just opens up the whole viewing angles. So then once again I'll turn down to 70. You can even see that it zooms right in. So when you have that at 110, you have your maximum viewing ability. So if there's enemies on the left or the right or whatever, you can see them like very there compared to
inside the territories you can find supply bins that carry weapons and resources you will need to survive. Open one.
The only thing is you need to get used to your distances, which is sort of a bit of a pain at first, but once you get used to like you throwing your grenades and how actually how far enemies are away, once you get used to that, like it'll work perfectly. Next one, which is the last one, is the volume settings. Master volume, I have it full because that's just like the main volume of the game. Sound effects again full. That's like gunshots, doors opening, footsteps, things like that. Dialogue, I have that full because obviously you players call things out. Then the music, I just have that turned down because again that's just personal preference. Sometimes I find the music in games quite annoying, so I have that turned off. That's it for my settings. Give them a try, see what you think, and I'll catch you in the next one. See you later.